What is going on, guys? It's ThePowerBauer 2 here. So I recently made a video about 10 characters that I believe will not be in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and a lot of you disagreed with some of my choices, which is fine. We all have different opinions and I respect all of your choices. I will have to admit, of all the characters in that video, Shantae does have the best chance to be added, but I still only think she will be DLC later down the line if they have more votes like they did in Smash 4. But there are still tons of characters out there that people want in Smash that really have no chance, and I'm here to break the news to you. Again, please listen to what I have to say and don't dislike the video just because I don't believe your favorite character will be in the game. So, without further ado, let's look at 10 more characters that will not be in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So first off, we have Dylan from Dylan's Rolling Western. If you haven't heard of this guy, you're not alone, because many haven't. His only game was a Nintendo 3DS eShop exclusive, and I would say most people haven't played it. I've played it once because one of my friends has it, but most people haven't. However, he is getting a new game soon, and he has been an assist trophy in the past, but he is not nearly recognizable to be added. We've seen that Sakurai is adding mostly fan-favorite characters, and Dylan has not reached that level of popularity yet. As much as I think he could actually fit in the game as a fighter, he will not be playable because he doesn't have the popularity. Next, we have any of the champions from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Many people have wanted either specifically Mipha or Revali to be added, but I just thought I would encompass all of them into the slot. So technically, this is actually another 13 that won't be added, but anyways, they will not be playable. If we are to receive another Zelda character, I am still under the impression that it will be Skull Kid since he is much more requested, plus all of the so-called hints that Sakurai has put out there. Mipha isn't wanted enough, and Revali is just Falco with a bow. None of the four will be added. Okay, so here comes a controversial one that I just love to put on these lists. So again, do not dislike the video just because I say this character, and please hear me out. Sans from Undertale will not be in Smash Bros. People think that just because Undertale is coming to the Switch that Sans has a chance to be in Smash Bros, and just no. In all honesty, I've barely played Undertale, so I can't really speak on it too much, but you have to realize that this Smash roster has probably been decided upon for the past year or two, or maybe even longer. I don't think Sans has had enough time to get in Smash Bros. You can believe in him all you want, and that's fine, but I just don't have the faith that he will get in the game, even though he is super popular. This next one is the first Echo Fighter for this video, but Funky Kong will not be playable in this game. With Tropical Freeze's recent release on the Switch and the included Funky mode, many people think that he could be added as an Echo Fighter for Donkey Kong, but since we got King K. Rool, I don't think we'll be getting another DK character, and if we do, it will likely be Dixie Kong since she's been around since the good old Donkey Kong Country days, and she has been heavily requested for years. Plus, I could see her fitting much better than Funky Kong as an Echo Fighter for Diddy. Funky Kong will not be in the game. None of the baby characters from the Mario franchise will be added. This means Mario, Luigi, Peach, Daisy, Wario, Donkey Kong, Rosalina, literally any of them. It could be a cool addition to add them with all the different babies as costumes, but my literal reason for not adding them is because they are babies. Do you really think they would add babies to a fighting game where they are literally going to get beat up by Ganondorf, King K. Rool, and Ridley? There would be backlash from parents everywhere. I don't agree with the backlash because it's a goddamn video game and it's fictional, but you know there will be crazy parents out there that will riot. So sadly, the babies won't be added. The F-Zero franchise hasn't received a new installment since the GameCube era, and one of the more iconic characters, Samurai Goro, will not be added. I agree that there has been a lack of F-Zero representation in Smash Bros, but that's because there hasn't been any games. Be honest with yourself. How many of you actually knew who Captain Falcon was before Smash Bros? I guarantee most of you did not know who he or Ness was when the first game came out. If any F-Zero character will be added, it would have to be Samurai Goro, but even he has no chance. Glass Joe from Punch-Out will not be added. He is probably the most memorable fighter from that game because he's the first fighter you ever faced. But as his name implies, he is basically made of glass and is super weak. He wouldn't make any sense to be in Smash Bros since he's literally meant to be a free win and not a good fighter. Glass Joe is meant to lose, and I honestly don't think Punch-Out deserves two fighters. Unless it's Mike Tyson, but that's not gonna happen, sadly. So in my most likely new characters video, I said that I think a new Pokemon will be added from the 7th generation. Many of you thought I was going to say Decidueye, but I said Incineroar will be in the game. Decidueye will not be in Smash Bros because he is not popular enough, specifically in Japan. Everybody loves Rowlet, and that's understandable, he's goddamn adorable, but Decidueye is not as popular. In the anime, Ash historically gets the final evolution of the fan-favorite Pokemon in Japan, as he got Charizard, Sceptile, and Greninja, and it looks as if he's going to be getting an Incineroar in the Sun and Moon anime. Plus, Decidueye has had its representation in Pokken Tournament, and I just think Incineroar fits the Smash Bros style much more, so sadly, Decidueye will not be a fighter. Now, I think this one is kind of obvious, but I have seen several people say they could see this happening, and I'm not too sure about it. Dry Bowser will not be an Echo Fighter for Bowser. It would make sense, as it's literally the only option to be an Echo Fighter for Bowser, but does he really need an Echo Fighter? I mean, I guess Peach got one, but what would Dry Bowser really add to Bowser's moveset? Throw bones? I do agree that it would be cool to see him in the game, but I really think Sakurai would more likely just make him a skin for Bowser instead of an entirely new character. As far as I'm concerned, he will not be playable. And lastly, I love to end these videos with a bang and a pretty obvious fighter that won't be in the game. But this guy has received so many fan requests over the years, even though he literally has no chance. That fighter is Goku. Yeah. I honestly can't believe that I forgot to mention him in my first list, but I can't believe that people still think he could be added. There are so many fan games like Super Smash Flash where Goku is playable, and that's amazing, but he's never going to be in an official Smash Bros game. And I get it. I am actually a huge Dragon Ball fan, but he will sadly never be in Smash Bros. If he is added, you can comment on this video with some sort of challenge that I have to do because I am so confident he will not be added to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I will gladly eat my words if I'm wrong, but there's just no way. So those are 10 more characters that will not be in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I'm sure I pissed someone off with this video, which I am sorry for, but these are my opinions and not everyone is going to agree with me. But if you disagree, please let me know in the comments or even tell me what characters you think or don't think will be in the game. Please leave a like if you enjoyed and consider subscribing if you are new here. Thank you all for watching, and I will see all of you guys next time. Bye-bye.